So, hi everyone, I want to show you in this video a really interesting Dawes combo. Probably one of the best I ever built, because the MC707 is a really powerful machine, because it's a Zencore sound engine with up to 128 voices, a lot of preset, I think 3080 drum kits and a lot of effects built in. Also the sampling method is very nice. With the time stretch, everything you need, and it sounds very natural. I like its engine for this reason. Many instruments, just like piano, brass and others, are very natural. Then we have the Digiton keys. Probably it doesn't need any presentation because it has an iconic sound, a polyphony of 8 voices and 4 parts. When you can divide the sound and of course the sequence, and it's a step sequence here, one of the best on the market in my opinion. It has a physical keyboard to play its internal sound and of course to be used as a MIDI keyboard, and this is a very important aspect because I choose it as a master clock I mean, and so it gives us a lot of orders via MIDI from starting sequences to play and program instruments. Well, now let's go in POV and let me show you the general setting to start. So, first of all, hardware connection. Digiton keys will be the master clock, so it sends orders from its MIDI out into MIDI in of the MC707, and then main out, master out, go into external in of the MC707. Then the master out of the MC707 can go into an external recorder. Let me show you how to program Digiton keys. Press function and MIDI to enter in its menu. Then sync, press yes. We have to set clock send, transport send and program channel send. Okay. Then port configuration. This is the normal factory setup, I show you to be more clear. Parameter output continuous controller, okay. And this is it. Then channel, just like factory. You have nothing to do in here. And finally, MIDI. But I repeat, this is the factory setup. Okay. At this point, let's see the MC707. Press Shift and Utility, this button. Okay. Then go in the setting, pressing Enter. Okay. At this point, go in MIDI page. And you can leave in auto. Okay. Because if you change, for example, in internal, you can see this is the master clock, but it has to be a slave, so out, okay? I'll show you also the other setting. Let me show you to be more clear. Okay, and this is it. After this, let me show you how to listen the main out of the Digiton into MC707. Select a track, a free track, create a drum or a tone track, then press Shift and Cell, and you go into this menu, okay? Go in the General and then Audio Insert, set to external in left and right. So you create a kind of dummy track where you can listen the Digiton, use the fader, the effects and others. Okay. For this first setting I choose 5 tracks with instruments from MC707. The first is the drum and the other are 4 instruments. Okay, then these 4 tones will be controlled by Digiton. How to do that? At this moment we are in the synth page. Okay, so you can play Digiton with its internal sound. Go in the MIDI mode, okay, and then back in Synth 1. You can choose how to set the MIDI connection. We are in the first track, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember the 4 tracks, the sky blue tracks, just like the function button. And then press to activate the sync function and then this encoder. I choose number 2 because of course the first instrument is on the second channel, and then back number 3, number 4 and number 5 because the number 1 is the drum kit on the MC707. Of course, we have matched the Digiton tracks with the MC707 tone tracks. Let me show you. For example, the first track is a synth. But for example, if in the first track you prefer another instrument, just move, okay, and the job is done. Now MIDI keyboard is set. I wanna play a little rock riff to show you how is natural the engine Zen core, even with power chords and a guitar. So let me show you. Well, at this point, probably one of the most interesting part of this video. How to use the step sequencer with these two machines? Well, we have 3 options. The first one, of course, is the simple one, because we can use this keyboard with this step sequencer. Select an instrument, enter in one step, another one. For example, you can use also a chord. You can add some drum. And the job is done. To clear, just press clear and sell. Okay. Another technique is to use, for example, another track. You can use this one. But in this case, using the Digiton keyboard. Let me show you. We can use also the T-Rec mode. So, rec, press a step and then okay, not so difficult. The last option you can use is to use the step sequencer of the Digiton using the sound of the MC707. Let me show you how to do that. Well, select a track, a sound of MC707, then choose a mode in the step sequencer. I use the jump mode. Then you can write. Very easy. And remember, this is the master clock. So when you start this button, also MC707 begins to start. Okay, we are in the MIDI mode, so we can select all these functions for the MC707, but when you switch in the synth mode, of course you can play the Digiton and do the same thing with this step sequencer. So you have 2 sources with this step sequencer, okay? Finally, I want to show you all the function of these two machines with a little hybrid demo. I will use a drum kit from MC707, a couple of instruments. One of them I will play live with the keyboard of the Digitone, and in the external input a bass line from the Digitone, so you can have a more clear idea about this DAWless combo setup. Let me know if you like it, and see you in the next chapter. So regards and have fun.